Don't cry for me. I'm ready to carry my cross. Yes, you heard me well. Queen Naomi, is reported to have made this emotional and thought-provoking remark when some visitors came to show support amidst wailing from some of them. And we are told that the wailing was said to have been as a result of the many lies, being told about Queen Naomi since this stampede happened. Especially, I'm referring to the maligning of her character, the accusations of her even being, I mean, a ritualist, amongst other very unflattering accusations and remarks that are becoming our way. Some of them are really very disgusting and very, very annoying. It is really so sad how fast someone, who was today a hero, has suddenly become a villain just because an unforeseen situation happened, which unfortunately resulted to the cry of some of our innocent kids. May their soul rest in peace. But then I am the first to say this was indeed a very tragic situation, a very complex situation. But I have been asking is the question I'll be asking is whether Queen Naomi deserved the backlash. That is the level of the backlash. That she has been receiving from all corners since this event happened. Because I want us to look at this. I want us to examine this whole thing dispassionately from four perspectives inter alia. And I have my number one here: intentions versus responsibility. If Queen Naomi organized the empowerment program with good intentions but did not adequately plan for the crowd control or put safety measures in place, she may bear some responsibility, for negligence, if you want to use it that way, right? She may bear some responsibility for that level of negligence, you want to say. However, I repeat, however, if the stampede resulted from unforeseen circumstances like sponsored hoodlums, like we saw, and like it was insinuated or alleged, or maybe it is as a result of greedy rascality of parents who force their way in with many children, you know, if this is the case, then assigning blame, to Queen Naomi might be unfair, if you ask me. Really, very, very unfair. So, number two, the role of accountability. Public figures often face scrutiny in such situations. Don't forget that Queen Naomi is a public figure. They face scrutiny, higher scrutiny, because their actions can have widespread consequences. Even with good intentions, there is a duty to ensure the safety of participants. Yes, this is it. There is a duty on the organizers. I agreed, especially in large gatherings. Okay, but it is alleged in this situation. It is alleged in this situation that look, the the Ministry of Education approved the use of that facility. Yes, so that means the Ministry of Education was fully, aware that that facility was going to be used for that purpose. Also, we saw videos, in the social media where Queen Naomi also visited the Commissioner for Women Affairs. These are two different ministries in your state. So the question now is, what was their level of involvement in the planning and the execution of this fun fair? That is, if there's any at all, what is the level? And what is their level of culpability? You want to find out. I'm sure by the end of the investigation, some of these questions we're asking now might be unraveled, hopefully. Number three, perspective on blame. I want us to look at perspective on blame. It is very, very crucial to distinguish between direct and indirect responsibility. I said this in some other fora before. It is very, very important that we look at it. Okay? If the tragedy occurred due to factors beyond Queen Naomi's control, the backlash might be disproportionate, like I've always said. We are looking at evidence based cases of parents forcing their way into the premises, even when told that they have gotten the numbers. At that time, what we heard was that they got like 5,090 children, and they told them that we have gotten the numbers. Okay, so the scaling of the fences and throwing of children into the premises, was, in my opinion, one of the reasons that allegedly triggered the pandemonium that led to that stampede, reportedly orchestrated by sponsored hoodlums, as it has been reported widely. Okay? So, conversely, if there was a lack of planning, like some people are saying, if there was a lack of planning or oversight, criticisms could serve as a call for better precaution in the future. Okay? Then, number four, okay, there's this, I want us to look at this aspect very, very well, because I see a sociological dimension to this national embarrassment. Okay, I'm calling it national embarrassment now because it is not just the Ibadan Children Fun Fair that has stampede within a space of 3 days, I think Saturdays, respectively, in Okija in Anambra State, and right in the center of Abuja, as Metama, that is the heart of Abuja. We had two stampedes that led to the deaths of, as reported, allegedly, I think 20 in Okija or 20 plus, and over 10 plus, in that pied in Abuja, the heart of this country, right in the Metama there. Okay, so I want us to look at the sociological dimension to this whole thing. Okay, which is, I mean, if you look at the crying of these children and the cases of stampede in Okija and Mitama, okay, you want to believe that this were triggered by mass hunger in the land. Yes, you heard me well, mass hunger in the land. Some other stampede took place within a space of 3 days, like I said, Okija and this thing. If whether you like it or not, the truth has to be told that in all these instances, there is a big role that the issue of hunger in the land has played, unfortunately, very, very unfortunately. Okay. Now, is it possible that the elements of severe hunger and hardship in the land could have, contributed to this unfortunate plight of our children? Yes, I'm the one asking, but I'm the one also giving the answers. It is very, very possible. Very, very possible. There's a nexus between the hunger in the land and that stampede that happened. Okay? So I want us to also look at this whole thing, dispassionately, like the humans that we are. Okay? So ultimately, why grief and anger are natural reactions in such a situation of losses, very unfortunate losses, it is important to approach the situation with empathy and a focus on understanding what went wrong, so that we can prevent similar tragedies in future. This is how I'm looking at this thing. This woman came out the way she has always done on multiple occasions, several years, even while she was at the palace of Ooni of Ife. All she wanted to do was to show love. Because you and I know that during festive period, a lot of these vulnerable kids who a lot of them don't have a parents. A lot of them are supposed to come from orphanage and the rest. It is a period that Queen Naomi puts some funds aside, including support she gets from here and there, to put smiles on the face of these children. Imagine in this case, she wanted to share 5,000 to 5,000 of them, which will have amounted to like 25 million naira. This is outside some other empowerment scheme that was programmed for that day. This is outside the gift items, because we are told that there were loads of things, in the warehouse. In that very early in the morning, they started cooking loads, several bags of rice. Food was not supposed to be a problem. If you look at the videos very well, according to the report we got, she had even rented shares that exceeded 5,000. I think she did that because she knew that they may even get people more than 5,000. She was well prepared, fully ready, until the devil struck. And that is why I feel particularly very, very sad, Sometimes I'm even afraid to go and read comment sections of some of these blogs because the words they use, sometimes I wonder that. So the good that this woman wanted to do, look at how it has boomeranged, Look at how it has now, I mean, like, why did she even want to do this? It's like people are now trying to make her regret everything. And I think this is really very, very sad. Very, very sad. Okay? So this is what is coming out at this time. They said Queen Naomi has come out to say, you know what? Don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. I'm ready. I'm ready to carry my cross. This reminds me, this, how do you explain this level of selflessness, for God's sake? Okay? So what am I saying here in general? I'm saying let us be empathetic towards this woman. Let us pray, for the families of these victims. Okay, let us use this period as a period for sober reflection. Okay, so this is the story that came out at this time, and I thought it wise to bring it to your doorstep. Okay, so should you feel you have a comment to give, please feel free, go ahead and go to the comment section and leave your comment. I'm going to be back soon. God bless you. Bye bye.